Throughout Make Them Pay, Drake hints at wanting independence from UMG. If the biggest artist in the world feels trapped by the label award system, is the independent route the only way to protect high-level artistry?
See, that's weird because I can see him wanting to get off of that system. It makes sense for him to want to be away from that system. I mean, the same way, Kendrick is off. He's his own guy now. He's off of anything Aftermath, Interscope related, and TDE. But he's such a big artist. Like he can have those thoughts and be like, man, what if I just did this on my own and took home the lion's share of the money and I had to deal with these folks? I could hit my own button, And I think that's honestly where Drake is right now. I mean, whether you are down with him artistically or not, Drake is somebody who can hit his own button.
He can.
And so when you can hit your own button, you want to be as independent from these major labels as possible.
Right.
And maybe you have a licensing or just straight distribution deal, but you don't want them to be in any other part of your business that they don't have to be. And I think that's what he looks at now. Is like, look, there's only so much you can help me.
Yeah.
I'm Drake. And so I think him not wanting to be a part of the major label system that's where he should be. And it works for some people, it doesn't work for everybody. I mean, Mariah Carey is no longer part of the major label system.
Mm-hmm.
She put out an album last year. Had if you were paying attention, it had some things that were noteworthy. But just think about but she's never really been a Grammy darling. But like Grammys came and went and there was no acknowledgement of Mariah Carey. But
that Christmas joint still gonna hit though.
I mean, that's once again, but that's through her major label deal.
Yeah, that's true.
And we just do that out of tradition.
That's true.
But when it's time for her to, she had a record with Anderson .Paak that I just love. I play that on a regular basis. But a lot of people, when I play it for them, they have no idea what I'm talking about.
I mean, with Drake though, it's like he's to the point when you talk about pushing the button. Like Drake, he's to that point where he can definitely do that and still be successful. Like it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. He can go independent and just get a distribution deal, and I think he's still going to be successful because he's that big of a pop star. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah.
If he chose to do that.
Yeah, he's big enough to where his bank account is going to reflect what he can and can't do.
There you go.
And that's not to take anything away from any bigger artists, but Drake has been very successful. You can't take anything away from that.
Yeah,
he's always going to be able to move like he wants to move.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, good for him.
I'm with it. Yeah. Hey, listen, if he wants to go that route, do it. Because, like to Terry's point, he can fund it, so it's not an issue.
Yeah, and I feel like, again, I think I mentioned this last week. He talks about how he's trapped by this record deal.
Yeah.
But he also rapped about how him and Lucian were Kobe and Shaq at one point in time, and how much money he received from this, and how he would never go independent. Again, I feel like when Drake feels like he misses out or he was slighted in any way, shape, or form, now all of a sudden that doesn't work anymore. And I think that's what got him here. But as far as an artist being trapped by a label, it all depends on what's in your contract. How does it benefit you?
That part.
How much of the lion's share are you taking home? What all do you not have to worry about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's things of that nature. I'm not going to say that it's just totally wrong to be in a record deal. Some of these record deals are trash and you should never sign them.
Majority of them are.
But, I mean, in a lot of cases, they do help the artist. And again, this is another thing that I feel like he uses himself to be compared and talked about in the same sense as a Michael Jackson and the Prince, so to speak, because they talked about how the record label was pretty much taking too much of the lion's share for them.
True.
And how they couldn't move how they wanted to move and the reason why they wanted out of these deals. So, I mean, you can't, I don't know. Drake to me is just a pick and choose dude, man. Mm-hmm. He picks and chooses when things work and when they don't work. At one point in time, he was demonizing Mike, or he turned his back on Mike because of some media shit.
Yeah.
So if you was gonna stand 10 toes down, then you should have kept performing that song that he was performing that featured Michael Jackson.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? And then he actually used Mike against him again. Well, he used Mike in a derogatory fashion during that battle, and now you want to buy his glove and be compared to Mike. I mean, again, Drake just uses and does what benefits him at the moment, and I don't know, maybe the Grammy is part of that, maybe the record contract is part of that, things that didn't benefit him at the moment, so he doesn't want to use them anymore. But I mean, if he's able to get a nice deal, a nice private deal, I'm hearing might be involved with whatever he has going on, good for you. I hope it works for you.
I don't think
he
needs
the money for it.
I don't think he needs it though. I mean, at this point in time, like, I mean,
it's not about needing it.
No, it's not. But the thing is like that's labels are supposed to be there for helping artists get from A to B. You know, in this part, like, what can't I do? Like, you can have a good manager and do all the things that you need to do. You know, like, I don't.
But Lon, what if I told you it was a ego thing?
What, being on a label?
I'm talking about being independent versus being on a label and showing people I can still be Drake independently
and
versus
hit my own button.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe it's an ego thing. It's like, I'm gonna show y'all I can do this if I choose to do this.
I just don't see where's this argument that Drake can't be this without the label though.
I don't think it. To your point, I don't think it. I'm talking about in his mind, not perception. I'm talking about
what else haven't I done? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess from one perspective, I don't want to. I don't know. That's too much of a rabbit hole hypothetical. That
could be a challenge. It could
be
a challenge, bro. Like, it could be a ego. It could be a challenge. That's all I'm saying.
I want him to spend his wild imagination on being
a great artist,
and doing better things. And
at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I don't think
you know, and yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think he would be able to. But I want successfully pull this off. If he chose to, I think he'd be fine.
But I think to the question, you know, is the independent route the only way to protect high level artistry? I don't know about the high level portion. I feel like it's the only way to protect artistry, generally speaking, in general. Because most labels in general are focused around what is going to work.
What are you going to get? How are you going to benefit us by being under our umbrella?
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
that's what it's kind of for, you know. And so,
I mean, what type of pivot, I guess, would he make if he was, you know, independent? Like, is the music going to be that different if he chose?
The music doesn't change. It's just a push.
That's what I mean. I don't think the music changes at all. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Drake comes out and he doesn't focus on single. But the thing is Iceman has no singles on it, except for like 2 of them, I guess you could argue, or 3. But whatever Drake drops is whatever Drake drops at this point.
I think he Teflon.
If there's anybody who doesn't need a label, it's Drake.
That part. He Teflon to me, regardless. Yep, I agree.
So I don't know.